Hello, how you doing? Thank you for joining me today. What I'm going to be doing is just preparing some wood to make something in an upcoming project. I was recently given some solid oak flooring. As you can see it there, it's got varnish on the one side, and then on the back of it, it's got the grooves. It's got the tongue and the groove on. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking the varnish off, and I'm going to run it across the planer to get a flat surface, because there is a slight little warp in the board. And then what I'm going to be doing is making a desk tidy. It's sort of like a bandsaw box where I can keep little odds and sods in it, but I keep losing on my desk and amongst all the mess. And I can also put my pencils and my rulers or little bits and pieces in it. But this one's going to be made out of oak and pine. I'm going to sandwich them together. I'm going to have oak faces and then pine in the middle. So I'm just going to take all the varnish off and then run it across the planer. I'll show you them steps in a moment. Right, as you can see though, I've sanded both faces because that had orange paint on it. I sanded both faces of it down, and what I'm going to do is just run one face of it across the planer on either face, and then I'm just going to put it through the thicknesser to bring them both to the same thickness and to give them parallel on both sides. I'm not so bothered about the edges at the moment, because obviously they're probably going to be cut off when I do the bandsaw box. But I can just, in fact I think I could get away with just putting that straight through into the thicknesser, because it is actually straight and level all the way across. You can't actually see daylight underneath that, and there's no rock in it. So I think they can just go straight through the thicknesser, whereas the oak flooring, I took the lacquer off, the varnish or whatever was on it, but if you look, if you can see on the camera there, there's a slight little rock. It's raised up a slight little bit on the top edge. So what I'm going to do is just run that across the planer to get a flat surface, and then on the back of it where these grooves are, I'll just get a pencil a minute and then so you could see them properly. In here there's grooves, they're about 2 millimeters deep. You can see that on the camera there. There's grooves on the back of the flooring about 2 millimeter deep. So I'm just going to run that through the thicknesser once I've planed the other side, and then take that so it's perfectly flat. This is going to be the overall length of what the box is going to be. So you're going to have probably about to there with a box with a drawer that comes out, put in little bits and pieces in, and then this part is going to be where you can put your pencils and rulers. But I've got to do it this small because my bandsaw will only cut up to 3 inches thick, so everything I make on my bandsaw has got to be 3 inches or under, so I can't really have a lot of depth or big boxes made on it. I mean, this will be the third one I've made, so I'm still learning how to do it. But also what I'm going to do is plane that edge and then thickness it to side, and then I'm going to cut the groove and the tongue off and then make it to my overall thickness, and I'm going to glue it all together. Right, I've just set the thickness apart up now, and the flooring itself is roughly 13 millimeters thick. The overall thickness is roughly 13 millimeters. So what I want to do is take it down to roughly 10mm. So I've just set this at 15mm to start off with, so I can run it through and see how it is before it catches. Obviously it's going to get noisy because I'm going to turn it on in a minute, but I'm just going to run it through and see if it catches the wood, because I'm not 100% sure as the actual setting on it is accurate. No, I didn't actually catch it, so what I'm going to do is increase it by a quarter of a turn on every time until I get to the desired thickness I want, until all these grooves have come out. I'm just going to turn quarter and put it back through. Right, as you heard there, that was one pass, and that actually caught, and you could see the sawdust coming out. So what I'm going to do is increase it a little bit again, quarter of a turn, and put it back through again. And as you can see, I've still got the pencil marks on, so another quarter of a turn and we should have lovely flat boards there then. Right, there you go. That's the thickness what I'm going to take it down to, and that should be roughly 10mm, give or take. It's, well, roughly I'd say 11mm it's gone down to there. While I was off camera, I actually put these pieces through as well. So these pieces are nice and plain and thickness now. So what I'm going to do is laminate these pieces. I'm going to cut this to the desired sizes I want, and then I'm going to laminate all well, there should be 4 pieces to make it 3 inches thick. So I'm going to laminate it all together and leave it overnight to dry up, and then we'll make the box tomorrow. Right, what I've done now, I actually miscalculated. I didn't cut enough pieces of oak. So what I've cut 4 pieces of oak. I've put 2 on the front, then you've got 2 pieces of pine, and you've got 2 pieces of oak on the back. I'm just going to glue it all up now and put it in the clamps. Plenty of glue. Make sure you go right to the edge on it. Don't really matter about this top bit on mine because it's going to be cut off anyway, but I'll just go up there anyway to show you. When you're gluing up, always make sure you've got a damp rag so it gets everywhere. I've actually glued this into a grain pattern which I actually like, so once it's all dry I'll show you the pattern I've picked out in it. Just going to get the clamps right. Just try and keep the faces as level as possible on the bottom. And it saves less work after then, gluing up, planing them and getting them level. I'm just going to start putting equal pressure on these clamps now. Trying to watch that the wood's not slipping. I mean, there is more detailed ways of doing this, but this is just the way I do mine. As you can see, I haven't got a great deal of room in here to do this. I normally do it in my kitchen, but can't do it in there today. Just having a little problem with my clamps a minute. Right, now we're cooking on gas. Just check, make sure they're all flat on the clamp. And then put equal pressure on all of them. Just checking for make sure it's all level on the bottom, which it is. Now, just going to turn it over a moment and get my rag and try and clean some of the glue up underneath. I know you're supposed to use grease-proof paper and stuff like that, but like I said, not everyone's the same. This is just the way I do things. I'm not so much bothered about this top because it's going to be cut off anyway. Well, I don't know if you can see in that pattern in the middle. We've got like the arch going that way. That's the way I picked this piece of wood to put in there. If anyone's wondering what sort of glue I use the 502 wood adhesive. I find it reasonably good. I've never had a problem with it, with delaminating or anything like that. It's always held what I've glued together proper. You can get it in most places. That's the one I use. I normally get a bigger one and just put it in these smaller ones for ease of handling. But yeah, that's what I use. Right, that's just my version of how to glue and laminate the pieces together, ready to make my bandsaw box. Like I said, there will be a part 2 to this, so if you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, then please do so. If you'd like to leave me a comment in the box down below. There's a bell icon somewhere around the screen. If you press that bell icon, and it'll alert you when I upload a new video. Apart from that, have a good day and we'll see you again soon. Thank you for watching.